to kick off the show today. I know, Liz, enough with making people feel awkward. Let's kick off the show. I think there may be, in fact, a big generational divide on our first topic. So there are 3 senators in North Carolina, and they have proposed a state ban on what? Participation trophies for kids. Yeah, it's a big action for this. Anyway, they say rewarding kids for showing up teaches them to just be okay. What do you think of this idea?
I mean, back in my day, when you participated in these kind of like once a year big events, there would be like a relay race, there would be just different kinds of activities. I do remember getting a participation ribbon or like a badge kind of thing. And you know,
thanks for coming out.
Thanks for coming out. And make no mistake about it, like the kids who received that, they knew they weren't a winner. They knew they were a loser. It wasn't like it took away.
Well, you were like, look, Mom,
Sting.
I couldn't do a pull-up. What's for dinner?
And you're the ribbon. It was just kind of like, you know, thanks for showing up. And I think there's kind of his value to saying, like, listen, we see you, you non-athletic individual, but you still came out.
You're right? It's
and
not like you switch. Sorry to cut you off, but you switch it from thanks for showing up to, you know what? Thanks for showing up. You showed up.
You showed up. I think that's a good
But hold on. Isn't that doing some kind of disservice to these kids?
Well, I think if the stakes were higher, it might be just like doing a disservice. But when you're like, I have proudly 2 of those badges from like grade 4 before I was, you know, medically diagnosed with asthma, so I could never do the endurance one. I'd be like, so I couldn't run a full kilometer around the yard of the school. And so I think those stakes were small, and I still got the participation badge because I could do the other things. And it was like, thanks for coming out. It wasn't like putting a kick me sticker on the back of my shirt. It was lovely, but I do think if the stakes are higher, I do agree with you. But we're talking about, I don't know, like a little relay race with kids.
So then maybe, like, why would we give any badges at all? I mean, if the stakes are so low, then drop the first, second, and third and all the 17 participation ribbons. Yeah. Because to me, there is an argument for this, because even if these kids are not, like, I don't know, Olympic bound. You're not, you know, you weren't running because maybe you wanted to be track and field star, or maybe you were, I don't know. But I do think now as a parent, there has been a significant shift in the way that we were raised. We didn't get the participation ribbons. It was like, oh, you didn't get first, second, or third? Go back and try again, or try harder next time. Go home.
Yeah.
It really was that simple. And I think there's been a shift, because now that I'm a parent, I am fighting against this weird thing inside of me that says, my daughter's here. Can you please give her a ribbon? I don't know why. I don't know why, because I think most of us can say that the lessons that we've learned in life, the biggest lessons, are not when you're doing great. It's when you suck.
Yeah.
And when you fail. And when you fall.
Learn the most.
But something has changed.
But that's the same thing.
That's what she just said. That's the participation ribbon.
I knew I wasn't winning. I knew I was.
So then they should just save money and not give you the ribbon.
The thing is that what you do end up saying to these kids is, it's okay. Like in life, there are going to be things that you're not very good at. There are things you may never want to do or become good at. You still show up. You still support your teammates. You still make an effort where you can, even if you suck. And we see you. And it's not like all you should ever strive for is to be first, second, or third. I think it actually is just saying,
no, you're right.
You deserve to be here, rather than saying, I have a tummy ache today and I'm going to stay home, which I think a lot of kids today might try to do instead of showing up.
Because there is a lot of pressure and competition, for sure. I think kids are feeling that from parents today, for sure.
Right.
Let me bring in a Frankism, because you know my dad, he has a saying for everything.
These.
And his saying in this situation would be, if you want nothing, it's already there for you. And he raised us with that, because the idea is, you want nothing? Just sit there. If you want something, get off of your butt and do something to achieve it. And now, it's not always directly applicable in kids' sports, but it's a life lesson. And I don't think that any participation ribbon is going to ever teach a kid motivation. I don't think a participation ribbon is going to ever teach hustle.
Can I use myself as an example?
Yeah.
I'm doing okay in life.
It's not that, though. But it was the lesson, because you did take a lesson, even if it wasn't like, oh, you didn't come in first. What is happening right now with kids?
I never came in anywhere near first. I sucked.
But listen, what I see when I was a teacher, and certainly now with my daughter's generation, motivation is decreasing. This might actually be a badge to say it's okay to do nothing. And I think that's the thing that I'm worried about.
Interesting. But can you, sorry.
No, please, continue.
Can we agree that this might be an absurd thing to actually legislate? Like North Carolina senators, Republican senators are taking up people's valuable time to legislate this. And, you know, like just the fact that the Republican, you know, historically, aren't they the party of like small government? Don't meddle, stay out. No more participation ribbons.
Yeah.
This is what they're working on?
Yeah.
Good Lord.
God.
Thanks for watching. We've got lots more discussion and debates on everything from food and fashion to pop culture and current events. Don't forget to click like and subscribe.